Hey, what's up, my little tattletales? Yo, sit down and shut the door. This Wendy Williams saga just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger with more twists and turns than you could ever expect. Y'all, do you know now they are coming after her son? Do you know Wells Fargo are now trying to say that the reason they froze her account and saw some type of financial impropriety is because her son used her credit card? Now, y'all, I'm about to get into the details, but they've literally gone too far. Now you're going after her son. You're going after Wendy's own heir, a multi-million-dollar fortune. Your only sole heir. You're now saying that it looks suspicious that he used a credit card? Y'all, like I said, we talked about it yesterday. Kevin and his lawyer, I believe it looked like they were trying to do something shady, too big slick. And because of that, they tried to control the situation and wouldn't get a proper lawyer for guardianship. And I believe they are one of the main reasons why Wendy's in this situation. And a lot of y'all were like, oh my God, so that means Lori Schiller was right. And I said, no, Lori ain't off the hook because everybody in this story is messed up. And the more information that comes out, now let's look at Wells Fargo, their inherent bias, their racism, and also just the sheer unmet gall and the fact that they are now trying to say Wendy's 22-year-old son, her sole heir, is who they had to protect her fortune from. Never goddamn mind that Wendy's whole fortune is slated to go to her son. That's her only heir, and she loves that baby. Anyway, let's get into this. Before we do, hit that like, subscribe button. Y'all see I'm about to get to 100,000. If you guys could, I'd be so appreciative of it. But in any case, let's get into this mess because, woo, it is what? Tuesday, Wednesday? I don't even know what day. It's Thursday, and I am tired of the mess. Let's get into this. Now listen, let's get into this article. Where are we? Not so fast. Wendy Williams' son, Kevin, charged $100K to his mom's AmEx card before Wells Fargo froze troubled host accounts. Now listen, I'm just going to say this. Everybody didn't grow up in a privileged background, and that is okay. But you must be out your mind if you think that a son of someone that is estimated to be worth $40 to $100 million, maybe even more, that there is something out of the ordinary with him spending $100,000 on an Amex card? Y'all, let's get into this. Seriously, I don't want y'all in the comments arguing with me about this. That is pennies, and it is very, very typical for someone's grown child when you are from a well-heeled background. Let's also not forget that they're conveniently waiting. They're not literally telling us how much he spent, where he spent it, and then the span of time. It's the equivalent of your dad giving you a credit card, right? And that's how you pay all your bills. And you're spending $15,000 a month, right? You're spending $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on your rent. You're spending how much on your food, how much on your entertainment, how much on your bills. And let's also not forget, he is in college. This could have gone to his tuition. $100,000 spent overnight. Maybe, but your parents are rich. I've seen rich kids' parents do that over. But your parents giving you a credit card and putting you on a budget of $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month, that'll be gone in under 10 months. And please, if you guys don't think that people don't live like that and parents don't give them, that is your experience, but that is not the collective experience because that is very normal. But let's get into this, shall we? Where are we at? Sources close to the former daytime talk show host exclusively revealed to The Sun that Kevin ran up a huge tab on her dime in the months before Wendy's brokerage accounts, while supposed millions of dollars were frozen in January. So there's our first clue that this is a hit piece. In the months leading up before, did he put his tuition on this? Was this his rent? Was this his bills? What you mean he ran up $100,000? His mom is still cool with him. His mom didn't say he stole it. Who are you to tell how Wendy should actually spoil or treat the sole heir to her fortune? This is all Kevin's anyway. Who's she splitting it with? You know Wendy ain't leaving this message to charity. I mean, she might, but I doubt it. The article goes on to say Kevin Jr. spent around $100,000 on Wendy's personal American Express card. This was her own Amex specifically. Yes, it's called your parents giving you a budget and their Express card. And again, I don't want anybody in the comments talking about that's too much. To you. No child deserves to spend that. To you. You didn't grow up with a rich mommy and daddy, okay? And I'm sorry to hear that. But for everybody else that did, this is something that's the norm. And the fact that they're trying to act like 100,000, and the fact you're trying to act like Wendy doesn't have the right to spoil her first only son, that Wendy doesn't have the right to give her only heir whatever amount she sees fit. This is what I mean about why Lori and Wells Fargo are not off the hook. Because to me, and again, this seems like racism. It seems like you don't think that Wendy is smart enough. She's smart enough to make the money, but she's not smart enough to spend her own money, is it? And the fact that Lori Schiller, make up your mind. First you were worried about that lawyer coming up and you didn't trust Kevin. But now you don't even trust her own son. Again, Lori and Wells Fargo, who are you? Who are you to get in front of an interfamily dynamic? Say what you want about Wendy's son, but he has never been questioned for being a user with his mom, taking advantage, having any troubles with stealing or the law. He has a good character, so what's up? What's the problem? Now listen, the article goes on to actually say, the source explained that the card that Kevin used was different than the card Wendy's manager, Bernie Young, had used to hire attorney Caroline Wolf. Now let me just say one thing. So let me get this straight. Bernie Young charged $100,000 for a lawyer. They lied and said it was $10,000. It was actually $100,000 for a lawyer to take control of Wendy's assets. And that was cool. But her son, over months and months period of time, spending $100,000, Wendy's money ain't for her family. Man, and let's also not forget that with the Bernie Young, that lawsuit could have went nowhere. They said, now get this, little Kevin is demanding that Wendy's advisor pay the bill instead of Wendy. Now ain't that some nerve? Let me get this straight. So Kevin was demanding that his mom's personal AmEx bill be paid. The bank said, we're not using the money to pay her personal AmEx bill. And then said, wait a second, she was giving you the money, her only son, the heir to her fortune? No, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. And they said no again. They said between the American Express card usage and the tense visit to Wells Fargo Bank in Florida with Wendy, her son, and of course LaShawn Thomas, there were several red flags ahead of the accounts being frozen, according to sources. In a statement given to the Sun, Kevin said, I vehemently deny any allegations of unauthorized use of my mother's American Express card. This is a false narrative perpetrated to justify freezing her accounts. Let me just say one thing, and I will say it once and I'll say it twice. Y'all, everybody's wrong in this situation. I'm leaving Kevin Jr. out of it because he's only 22. I do believe that his father and that lawyer were trying to do something and use him for shady purposes because he was scared and he was looking to his dad for guidance. But everyone from LaShawn, and the way they didn't get Wendy a real lawyer, because at the end of the day, this is my opinion, y'all, my opinion. I think they didn't want a real lawyer that dealt with guardianships coming in, because the real first thing a real lawyer would have did was smack Kevin and her's hands in the cookie jar and tell them to get out. They weren't concerned with protecting Wendy's legacy. They were concerned with controlling it. And as soon as they found out they couldn't control it, they literally left her to go flutter in the wind. Y'all, this is getting serious, and say what you want, and I've said it again. I don't trust that lawyer, Kevin's lawyer, at all. You know I don't trust Wendy, but this is a reach too far. Again, now they're acting like her only son shouldn't have access to her accounts. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. You know I'm monitoring to this. Hit the subscribe, like button, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.